This is the knitting news from Knit Happens Teesside for the 24th week of 2025. So we're nearly halfway, aren't we? My name is Annie, and the other night at knitting, Helen was working on the edge of her crochet blanket again, and we had a little bit of crochet and a little bit of frogging, but now I think it's going right. So she joined the edge on with a double crochet and a chain along the edge, which gave it a little bit of flexibility, but then she carried on doing the same thing and then it went wavy again. So she pulled the second row back and she's just doing double crochet along. So that's working all right, I think. Jill, well, her Wi-Fi had been off during the week for a few days, so she'd completed the pink item that I showed you last week. And now she's, well, did she actually start it? I sort of at the moment don't get much knitting done at home, but go to knitting and do some. And Jill's kind of the reverse. And I think Helen's like me, and the others weren't there. But Fee was supposed to be, but she didn't make it. Anyway, so she brought this along with her to make. Now it's a sideways construction, so she's using one colour for the lacy fancy edges and round the neck and round the bottom, and the other colour is going to be the main section of the top. Because it's sideways, you can't very well do stripes, can you? That would be a right carry on, unless there were sideways stripes like vertical stripes, and there were, no. Anyway, that's the plan, and that's a Debbie Bliss Rialto lace, and that is what she's making it in. I was working on Halu. Did I bring Halu up to show you? Yes, I did. Here's Halu. So I have one sleeve, which is right because I've tried it on. And, well, this is quite new wool, but the moths had still been at it. But as it was, the ball that I needed to wind some off before I got to the right colour. And so what I wound off was just a few ends that, I mean, it only takes one grub to cut a few ends in your ball of wool, which is rather frustrating. So that's just round and round now until, you know, for a good few inches. So that'll be fun. I can do that when I'm watching things. I have destroyed more moths, and actually Daisy the cat's really useful because, you know, I'm not sitting in the room looking round like this, but she is. And I'll just spot her going. So she spots them and I kill them. It's the only thing I kill, really. So there have been a few this week. One day in particular, but not every day, I don't think. And sometimes they're on the ceiling and I have to tell my husband, can you just kill that moth there for me, because you can reach it without getting a chair. But he tends to sort of squish them and leave the rest splat on the surface, which isn't great, is it? I am drinking a herbal confusion. It's Digest, and I know it's got peppermint and licorice in it, but I didn't bring the packet up with me. It's very nice. Well, the other day I had an important Zoom meeting, and I was waiting for the Zoom meeting, and you know when you look at the filters and things and you're just playing around on your computer, and I thought, with all this sort of trans stuff, I thought, oh, wonder what I'd look like with a moustache. Not that I'm not growing one. So I put a moustache, I looked for the biggest bushiest one and put that on. And then the meeting started. I was in the room. I was like, sorry, I was just playing with the filters while I was waiting. It just felt really silly. But never mind. I think they were okay with it, considering. Right, I had a bit of a panic yesterday because I looked on, what was I on, Instagram or something. And I saw it was Make Orange Great Again started yesterday. And I was like, oh no, I haven't done anything. Well, I got wool, got yarn, got no plan. I do have actually a UFO that is like burnt orange, but I haven't dug it out. And I'm not inclined to knit it or even get it finished. I might have a look when I have more time. Anyway, so I got out this. It's so bright. I don't think it's as bright as it is in real life on the screen. I absolutely love it though. I really do like it. It's a great shade of orange. I don't think I like dark orange, but this is nice. So it's being paired with this, which has got little zaps of orange through it, which I thought was really rather lovely. I'll show you a nice side. That's got, oh, they both have. Now that's gone a bit off there, that winding, but you should have seen the carry-on that I had with my new posh wool winder. The Swift was great. You know the Swift, the one that that lady was going to buy that she took off my pile? Well, that's great. It's mostly wood. There's hardly any metal on it whatsoever. But the winder did this. But then my plastic one did this. Now, I'm not blaming the wool winder altogether. I think the issue is with the plastic one I can put tension on and get a really nice neat ball cake. But I think the other one needs no tension at all because of the way it revolves as it goes round. It does that, doesn't it? But it also turns a little bit on its shaft, and I think if I put any tension on, that goes wrong. That doesn't turn. I think it's ex-display, so it might need cleaning or oiling also. So I'm not entirely blaming the wool winder or the people who produce it. So this is me cast on in my first row. So I did start it on the day. Now, what I am making is Absinthe by, it's Absinthe Van Gogh or Van Gogh, or actually, if you are Dutch, it's Van Gogh. Could you imagine being called Mrs. Gogh? Hello, Mrs. Gogh. Anyhow, it's by Leslie Skidmore. And there's another name that I should have told you. It's down here. I'll show you what it is. It's Raven Stitch. So this is a picture of it worn, and it's got little buttons on it as well. And there's like, she has actually got a lot to choose from. Just turn the brightness up a bit. So this is it. Open. So I was going to use the very bright orange for the blue section, because you can see more of the variegated, the other one, the yellow. I'm going to use the variegated for that section because I absolutely love the colours. There's the pink through it. And then I put those away, but there's the odd stripe of a third colour, which I have either mohair or cotton, but I'm not sure if that's 4-ply or double knit, but it's a really good match for the tones in this one. So that's my plan. Now what I did, I've got loads of magazines and loads of books, and you can look on Ravelry for your patterns, can't you? Or you can look through your books and magazines. But I also had a load of files on my iPad that I had saved because I really liked them and thought, well, I'll use them sometime. And it's one of them. So I'm quite pleased. I had quite a few shawls saved. I already have the pattern. I don't know if I bought it previously or if it was on offer. But it's got the nice cable down the middle, and it's got increases to keep you interested. It's got some plain sections, so it shouldn't take too long, and it's got some lace sections because I like to do lace as well. So I think it might be quite an enjoyable make. And it's quite a long make along, and I've already forgotten when it ends. Is it September or November? Anyway, I am wearing Marisol by Lisa Richardson. I think it may be made in Erica Knight linen. Now what happened with this one? I do like this top. I like the colour. You did more decreases here, or was it increases? I can't remember which way it was made. Oh, I think it was top down, because it's definitely got short row shaping at the back, and I do think that I added that because it wasn't in the pattern, but I could be wrong, but that's what it said on my notes. I don't like when things don't come up properly on the back of your neck. So these yarn overs and things to get your shaping, I think I'd increase too fast or decrease too fast or something, I don't know. But they're fun, aren't they? I think they're quite fun. I would make it again. It's got a nice, just a relaxed rolled edge. Oh, and then just a little bit of detail to keep you interested in what you're making. That's going cold because I messed about for so long. Memory's not what it was, I don't think, but it's not that bad. Right, dog yarn. I've got a little bit of Filmal insert of Roxy's hair. This is Roxy. Roxy wants to donate some hair for spinning purposes, don't you, Roxy? And I think the softest hair is under here, on her tummy.
Oh, yeah, that would make a nice pair of socks, that belly hair.
And it's got like a broken coat, and then we have some knottage here, which will have to be cut out because we can't spin that, can we, Roxy? And we don't want any of the ear hair because that's a bit greasy, isn't it, Roxy? The staple's not that long. The staple's about, might be about 4 inches. She doesn't get cut, so It would be a matter of combing and brushing, wouldn't it, Roxy? Which you will tolerate for a treat, won't you? But these underneath that are soft, unfortunately, aren't as long. They're not long enough. Because I had to trim underneath because that's where she gets all knotty. But that's the best stuff under there, isn't it, Roxy? So she's not very smelly, but she does get a bit smelly when she's wet. And apparently, if you knit with dog yarn, even if you wash it lots of times, when it gets wet, it still smells of dog. And I had a little look at Lottie too. This doggy here is Lottie. She has to be trimmed, because if she's not trimmed, she would just be one big knot. So her staple it's not as long. We've only got 2 inches at the longest bits. But what she is soft, and Lottie. So if we mix it in on the dog brush, a bit of Lottie and a bit of Roxy, we might have a nice fibre. She'd just be one big knot, wouldn't you? The curl might be good. She's got some nice curls, haven't you? But this is some that Neil sent me, which is mixed with sheep's wool. And it does smell, but it smells of sheep quite strongly, actually. It's been kept in, they say you shouldn't keep it in plastic, but you know, plastic bag, it's been in a plastic bag. I don't see any moth damage, so I better go back in the bag. Now this is what I bought, I showed you last week, sorry. And it's a lot more hairy. But they might go nice together, mightn't they? And because there's not that much of this one, I'm thinking, obviously that's quite a big skein. I don't know how much is on this one. But I'm thinking sort of accessories, like mitts and hat. Though I will not wear, let's have a look. I will not wear a cream hat because it looks like you've got a bandage on your head. I remember when my daughter was really young, we were walking along the road and my mum was there waiting. My daughter was quite young, she wasn't like, you know. And she was waiting for us, it was cold, and she had something white on her head, like a scarf. And my daughter said, "What's she wearing?" Even when she was young, she was like... So, don't wear cream hats. No, I think... Actually, you see pictures of cream hats and they look great, but I just think it looks like a bandage. Right. So that's possible plan. This is quite thick. And I think they will work together. I think they're of a similar thickness, but obviously this one's a lot more floofy. This one, which is... What is it? Finnish Lapland. That very cute dog I showed you last week. Might be worth investing. If you're looking for a dog and you like spinning, maybe you should look for one of those. In the meantime, Jill's got a new dog. It's a little puppy. It's a Yorkshire Terrier puppy, and she's called Lily. And isn't she gorgeous? That's my clog.
Are you alright? Yeah, just passing
Hello.
through. Yeah, well, I have a look. Yeah.
What do you... Going very slowly. This is nice. I don't know what it's for. Nice colour. have a good look.
Good crucifix. Front of the car.
Don't know what that is. I don't know. Oh, that's like Mum and Evans. What's this fabric? Nice colours. Might have to have a look at that. Just gonna strange artwork. That's what I'm looking at, yeah. Umbrella stand. If you were to ever use one. That's like a vintage 50s one, isn't it? Baskets.
I think he does.
Ah, yeah. The middle one, that greeny one. What they came out of the army with. There's a nice quilt up there, look. It's got some lilacs in it. Pendleton bike. Someone's giving a sermon. Connecticut.
That's slim.
It's beauty, isn't it? Oh, that's nice. That cupboard. That's modern though, it's not old. I don't think. Old phones. Yeah. If you're filming. The airco, where's that?
Is it this?
Oh.
That's
Oh,
it.
pardon me. I don't know. There's a washboard thing.
Hi mate, you alright?
Ah, doors furniture.
I've seen a couple of blasts from the past. What is that? Oh yeah. My second job, I was searching stocks in Hartfield Railway and I got on some commission.
Desk, shelves, kitchen units,
€1,500.
some fabric. A wood.
We eventually caught them to about 7,500.
It's very interesting, isn't it? Then look, there's a bit of interesting crochet. Kept somebody busy. They're nice, aren't they? It's when the sun catches them. There's a lovely mirror. Not sure who that is.
Stu, can you imagine the price of the old cast parking place sign? Right, okay mate, thank you. Bye, bye. That's what it's on, it's 45. It was 60. I'll do it more than out. 20. I'll leave that with you anyway while I get that phone. What she was telling me. Hello? No. Not yet, but... Right, okay mate, thank you. Thanks, bye.
Lots of they're good, aren't they? Paperweights. I love some paperweights, but I don't particularly collect them. Emily grew this for you.
she's such a good cat. Nice.
So that's about it for this week. More news, maybe, next week.
Oh, went to Oldham, got some yarn.